Hello! Today I thought I'd take you on a tour of three of my new pieces, and they are photopolymer prints with Shin colle, and they're seascapes. And I just thought I'd show you how they're made and what inspired them. If you like the video, please do click like, subscribe to the channel. There is lots more artwork at ruthander.co.uk, including the pieces that I'm going to show you. They're all available to buy. And there's also video courses, self-paced video courses there, which you can book as well. So these three pieces are seascapes. So the idea is that this is a large cloud, and I've added some little islands as well. And these are based on the views from the Bristol Channel, or of the Bristol Channel, and it has little islands in, just like this. This one's called Steep Holm because it has steeper sides, and then there is another one called Flat Holm. In fact, that's Flat Holm there. And I find they're really great visually for the artist. They kind of draw the eye. You can have these very dramatic seascapes, and then you can have these very small islands that kind of add to the scale. So these are inspired by the Bristol Channel, which is near me. And these start off as photopolymer prints. So I'll show you what a photopolymer plate is. This is what it looks like. Now, it looks like it's just been painted on with ink, and in some ways that's kind of what has happened. You paint or draw, or you can even put a photograph onto a piece of see-through, something see-through basically, and then you can, if you have an ultraviolet exposure unit and you have a special plate like this is photopolymer plate, sometimes they're called Toyobo plates, I think that's the brand name. And you expose this plate, which has a photographic coating on it, to your drawing or your painting or your photograph. And what should happen is that the plate then takes on exactly what is on your piece of see-through material. I use Mark Resist. And it looks exactly like what you've done, what's on there. And then you go through, you have to sort of harden it off, dry it off and harden it off and all various things. But you end up, this is an intaglio plate. So this black area here, it has been inked up. But that, if you run your finger over it, you can feel texture. And that's because there's lots and lots of little pinpoints that will take the ink in when you put ink on and then subsequently print onto your paper. Very much like a photograph, really, like lots of little points, and that's how you get the different tones as well. There's more space for ink to go in the darker areas and less space in the lighter areas. So you can see how that has then transferred onto these pieces here. And the colour is provided on these pieces by Shin colle, which is basically a collage technique, really, whereby you put your collage onto your paper as you put your plate through the press. It's a bit like a sandwich, it's a collage sandwich. And what I use as my collage is usually tissue paper, already pre-monoprinted onto. So if you've seen any of my other work, my other videos, you'll know that I do a lot of hand printing onto tissue paper, and I have lots of collage pieces left over, or sometimes I make them on purpose as well, so I have a big pile of them. And this is quite fine stuff. So that gets glue put on it on one side, and it's sandwiched in between the printing plate and the printing paper when it goes through the press. And you do need a printing press for that, really. Well, you can do it by hand, but yeah, generally I do it with a press. And you get this monoprint tissues almost become part of the piece now. It's become almost part of the etching paper itself because the pressure is so much. And it's one great way to get a swathe of really lovely colour or texture into your piece with just one go through the printing press. And that's what I've done here, and these pretty much came out as they were. I've only added a little bit of drawing, a little bit of pastel on this one, just to kind of exaggerate certain things. So these are quite small, perfect for a gallery wall or something like that. And I hope you like them, and I hope you like the little tour that I've just done of them. They will be available on my online shop very soon, if not already when you're watching this. Available to buy direct from me.